We can switch our jobs back. Beef. I'm Shulka Warrior. Alright, so the Viking axe and the serpent sword. Shell hem, the shell armor, and the mithril gloves. And then the spark dagger, and a mithril knife. What am I missing on the first row here? Fire. Oh, alright. So you gotta do a couple fights to get our physical people back into their flow of their jobs. Oh, hey, Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 the after years, 4 interlude, and before the after years, but yeah, 5, 6, 7, 7 snowboarding, 7, Dirge Cerberus and Crisis Core. What's BC? Before Crisis? 7 remake, 8, 9, 10. You forgot 10 too. 12 RW? Is RW supposed to be like the Zodiac Age one? Or 13, 13, 2, 13 Lightning Returns, Final Fantasy Tactics Advance 2, War of the Lions. I'm counting Tactics and War of the Lions as the same game. Type 0, 15 Pocket Edition, 15 Monsters of the Deep. Final Fantasy Adventure, Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, Chocobo Series, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, War Heroes of Light, Dimensions 2. I'm not doing the Dimensions one. I'm not sure about World of Final Fantasy. And Final Fantasy Adventure is actually the first Secret of Mana game. It's not a Final Fantasy game. Oh, Revenant Wings. Yeah, I'm not playing Revenant Wings. Revenant Wings is like a weird, like, wannabe Final Fantasy strategy game or something. I don't know. I have it. I've played it. I'm not interested in streaming it. But most of that list is right. And Final Fantasy Adventure and Final Fantasy Legend are not actually Final Fantasy games. Final Fantasy Legend 1, 2, and 3 are the first 3 Saga games, like Unlimited Saga, Romancing Saga, the Saga series. They just named them Final Fantasy Legend 1, 2, and 3 when they brought them to America because they figured putting the Final Fantasy name on this series would make it sell better. Same thing with Final Fantasy Adventure. Final Fantasy Adventure is actually second in Densetsu. The first Secret of Mana game. Secret of Mana is second in Densetsu 2. It has nothing to do with Final Fantasy. They just put the name on there to make it sell better in the States. You know, because Final Fantasy was popular, so whenever they brought a new series over to America, they were like, let's just call it Final Fantasy. Yep. Saga is sort of like, okay, so like if you consider Final Fantasy to be like their flagship series, right? They change Final Fantasy up a little bit every game. They change a little bit of the mechanics. They have a whole new world. But for the most part, they stay fairly safe with Final Fantasy games. Saga seems like the series where they're just like, let's make up all kinds of crazy mechanics, throw at the wall and see what might work. Saga has some of the most unique game mechanics or like RPG systems that you don't see in a lot of other games. What does advanced do? Well, not auto battle, right? Right, so attack, steel, fire staff. What was it? Now that said, some people have expressed interest in wanting to see Final Fantasy Adventure or Final Fantasy Legend. So we do currently have 2 community goals running. If you want to spend your bananas towards it, you can spend bananas to get me to play Final Fantasy Legend and Final Fantasy Adventure. We can add them to the list. But since they're not Final Fantasy games, they're not on the list by default. But if enough people want to see it and they're willing to spend their bananas, I will add them to the list. So that's what those goals are for. So far, there's been a little bit of interest, but not a huge amount. So I don't know that they're going to be added. All right, wait, we're going back to Princess Sarah. Final Fantasy VII snowboarding. I don't know much about that game. Is that like a serious thing, or I don't know how to say that. Oh my god, he just like took him out with his freaking rods. On the back row even. But I'll be honest, I didn't even consider Final Fantasy snowboarding. It's like if we were playing all the Zelda games and I'm like, Link's crossbow training, I guess that should be on the list, you know? Mobile game? Yeah. I consider it even less. Where's the princess hang out at? Maybe she's in one of the towers. I bet she is. Maybe the East Tower didn't have any monsters in it. Final Fantasy VII mobile game. Final Fantasy VII game where you play as the Turks. I mean, there was Dirge of Cerberus where you play as Vincent Valentine after Final Fantasy VII. I must stay by my father's side. I wish I could go with you, but I would only slow you down. Lady Sarah Warrior, if you come back safe from your journey, give her back a spot. I mean, she sent me a letter. I'm here to... I can rest in the princess's bed. Would you like to rest here? All 4 of us? This is what Cosmos and Schultz get up to when they're not in their own game. Not sure what I was supposed to do to come back to Sarah. She doesn't look like she has anything to talk to me about. Let's find a Moogle again. I want to make sure I do all the Mognet stuff because you've got to do Mognet stuff to get Ultima Weapon and to unlock the Onion Knight job. So I know I want to do it all. I gotta figure out what I'm doing. Let's stop by and say hi if you had time. Well, I guess I did that. Fair enough. The Final Fantasy 14 mountain is so cool. Coloring me jealous. I'm just trying to figure out if there's anything I need to do for these letters. I think they just show up throughout the game. I'm not sure. I guess we should explore where we can go on our boat. That does sound cool. We need to get another one of those fire staves so that we can have the black mage be able to cast spells without using up his spell slots. I'm sure we'll get one soon. Alright, so let's see. That's right, we're in like an inner sea. There's only one exit at the top in the north up there. Let's go around the land here and see what we can find. We got a town right here. Oh, cool. No, go away. I have nothing you want. Okay. Please, I beg you, do not kill me. Oh, okay. Is it part of the Nier Automata crossover thing? There be a demon in the sands to the west. I've seen it. A tree. A giant tree that moves. You want to know about crystals? Maybe someone in the village of the ancients to the west knows something about them. We need more crystals so we get more jobs, man. You are the strangers. I am the elder Tokul. You must have heard by now that soldiers who pillaged our town suddenly appeared after the earthquake from the desert to the west. Took away our grain, our water, and any able-bodied townsfolk. You've seen the result of their attacks. There's nothing we can do. This is the abode of the elder Tokul. Please, you must speak with him. Aha! I see you keep your swords inside your fireplace. Sonic Knuckles. Sonic Knuckles. There's a hidden stairway in the fireplace. We've stored weapons in the basement, but none of us are strong enough to use them. Please take them. It takes all the fun out of stealing them if you tell me to take them. Alright, well. I feel like monk stuff. Imbogi, Sonic Knuckles. Settlement in the mountains to the west of Castle Argus is said to be inhabited by people who can see into the future. Handy. Please, no, spare my child. Oh, my only child. You're not one of them? I'm sorry. I thought those soldiers came back again. They took my husband. They took him with the others in the desert to the west. They wore the seal of Argus. My husband, I hope he hasn't done anything to him. Okay. I am getting the picture here. Bosgen. Any other things here? Omni skill. Fuck is this cider? Great bow. The zoom in button is not zooming in. There it goes. Oh, hold on. Ice staff. Oh, actually, that's exactly what I need. Should be able to cast a spell with that. Alright, well, let's look to the west along the coast here. Ocean? You can see the desert they're talking about. There you go. Arc the lad gains a level. Good man. Alright. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back to Final Fantasy XIV tomorrow night too. I think Deadshire was trying to level up so she'd be able to go to the dungeon with us at the beginning of the stream tomorrow night. She's got a conjure. I don't know if she'll make it or not. Let's check over here. Living Woods. We're fairies, keeper of the woods. The woods are blessed with life. Trees are weeping. They weep for the missing elder tree, a tree that has lived for 10,000 years. A wizard came and put a curse on the elder tree and took him away. Wizard Hain of Castle Argus is the one who put the curse on the elder tree. The elder tree was carved into the shape of a castle and wanders the desert aimlessly. You have to help the elder. Hain changes the weak point when he uses barrier shift. Good to know. Mechanics. A wizard who took the elder can change his weak point at will. You need him to be able to. You will need to be able to analyze him in order to defeat him. If the elder tree does not return soon, these woods will wither and die. Don't see any sparkles. Okay. Oh, there's Castle Argus. I don't remember what order we do this here. We need to find that village of the ancients too. I don't think this is where we need to go though. I think we have to go to the castle in the desert, but I don't know. I feel like I have to go somewhere else first. We'll figure it out. I'm looking for cracks on the top of the walls because that usually indicates secret passages. Bomb fragment, Antarctic wind. Sandy. Gardening. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know very much about the housing at all. World of Warcraft doesn't have housing. And the only MMO I ever played where I had housing was Arcage. I think maybe down here to the west of the desert might be the village of the ancients. You can find that. Fail to steal anything. These are like really tall murlocs. Basically. This is getting to the outer ring. Oh, that's right. I forgot about how the world map was in Final Fantasy 3. See, the Village of the Ancients has to be back to the east somewhere. Or is it up in the mountains? Let's to the east. Let's go to the east. Or is it right here? Or is this the Chocobo? Very well. We can make use of it though. Oh, is that it there? Yes. Okay, cool. I've played this game like twice, but it's always hard to remember. Plainmail, headband, Kinkogi, mage robes. Do mage robes give you int? Might be worth it. I don't like the zoom in mechanic in this game. It's tedious to have to zoom in and out. See you, Obey. Thanks for coming by. See you next time. We'll be in here playing Final Fantasy 14 tomorrow. I'll give you a prize if you run around the edge of the continent on a chocobo. I mean, we could. I don't remember what he gives us. Light and darkness have their own will. A will that transcends that of mere mortals such as you and I. They are perpetually at war. The crystals exist to bring balance between these two forces. When the balance tilts too far one way, the crystals choose 4 mortals and bless them with their power. Now that the balance is tilted toward darkness, 4 warriors of light will be chosen and tasked with bringing equilibrium to the world once more. I do like this system that they have in some of these where it's like, you can also have warriors of darkness if light gets too strong. Make a light staff. Elemental arrows. Would you believe me if I told you the ground we're standing on in this continent was a loft? Or must you say, well, it's none less true. The Tower Owen is a pillar, and the pillar that supports our continent, built by the ancients to bring balance between light and darkness. It's true. Our ancestors once built a great civilization, but they were punished by their arrogance. That is a catastrophe we now call the Wrath of the Light. They attempted to harness the power of light. They arrogantly consumed there was nothing they could not do, but they had thought wrong. It is said that 4 warriors emerged from the world of darkness and stopped the destructive forces of light that our ancestors had conjured. But now it is darkness that has emerged, bringing chaos and destruction in its wake. All that we can do is wait for the 4 warriors to appear once again. Wait no longer! Might as well get sight. Teleport. Blindness.